Oh. Right. Hey, what's up guys? Chelsea, welcome back to Fate Grand Order. Last time, we completed LB6. Well, last stream anyway. I guess the last thing I did was do servant interludes, but you know, last thing in the main story of, you know, doing streams, we finished LB6. Which, man, I'm still kind of sad it's over. And I still have, like, you know, little complaints about it, but overall, it was by far my favorite Lost Belt, like, easily. I have a weird, I don't know if it's my favorite story chapter, because again, I still have a weird love for Babylonia. So I'm like, would I put LB6 over I don't know. I don't know. But it's definitely top 2, like, overall story chapters for me. Hey V6, hey Gogeta. But anyway. Now we're on to the last main interlude until this summer event gets turned into a main interlude in February. But yeah, the Anti-Primate Biosphere, Tunguska Sanctuary. Hey ha. But yeah, so I have to do this prologue bit first, and then I can buy the full thing from the shop, or it unlocks. So we'll go ahead and get into this first. Hey Meridak. Yeah, I assume I can stop after the prologue, because if I want to play the actual thing, it wouldn't make me see the epilogue right away, right? So I assume I can stop after the prologue. Right? And then switch over to the actual main thing. I would think. Hey Arnold. Shion Eltnum Sakaris. Visitor from the Atlas Institute who personally unraveled the root of destruction. Your condition for making use of the Wandering Sea in the year 2019 is as follows. In exchange for a newly issued 8th Atlas contract, we permit you stay in the Wandering Sea for the period of 1 virtual year on this bleached Earth. Oh! Just 1 year. That's not a lot of time. The deadline you specified is soon approaching. I trust this future remains the same. That's correct. I don't require any fixes or revisions. Please just keep the contract as it is. All I ask from those of you in charge of the Wandering Sea is that you continue to watch over Chaldea as they pursue their mission. Very well. Everyone here at Wandering Sea Baldandas recognizes your genius in their own way. Selen, Gate of Preservation, honors your mind. Gan, Gate of Rebirth, is sympathetic to your actions. Ellen, Gate of Advancement, derides your losses. Gwenon, Gate of Storage, empathizes with your mission. And Fushiruka, Gate of Subordination, despises you as much as ever. Wow. Out of respect for the Atlas Institute, we of the Wandering Sea will turn a blind eye to this security organization. Thanks! Phew, glad to be done with that. Yeah? Well, that was a surprise, to think the mysterious call would be from the Wandering Sea's top brass. I didn't expect them to contact me. That was from Gan, the Gate of Rebirth. Gan, huh? If I recall correctly, he was a mage from the Clock Tower who apprenticed himself to the Wandering Sea in the year 1000. Oh! Did the other gates choose him to be my point of contact because he's from a relatively modern era? Yeah, very, very modern. Or are they simply low on personnel? Oh well, I can worry about that later. Right now, I need to get to work. Trismegistus 2, hull catastrophe, automation. Tell me about the current existential threat. Aha, there we go. I see you've really nailed the data down this time. You gave me the exact coordinates for the singularity, and you even know exactly what the threat is. Perfect job. Oh ho, so the singularity first spawned in January 2019, but its inception point is in 1908. It started out as a minute singularity, but quickly expanded in size over this past year. Or rather, over these last few days. So it's just like a lost belt then. That must have undergone nearly 100 years worth of development in an instant. And if we don't do something to stop it, it will transform all of Eurasia and devolve humanity into lower animals. That wouldn't be great. Yikes, that sounds appalling. Humanity has faced many existential threats before, but cases in which humanity is knocked off the apex of the animal kingdom are rare indeed. I suppose I must hand it to Beast 4. She certainly lives up to the moniker Evil of Humanity. Okay then, we'll just have to compose our response. Hang on. Trismegistus 2. Send this message to Chaldea's leaders and mark it urgent. Oh. Immature beast activity detected. Please begin the mission to subdue it within 24 hours. We anticipate the battle will take place in an unusual environment, much like the recent British Lost Belt. Also, since Chaldea Base is in the middle of significant end-of-year renovations, race shifts and zero sales are not currently an option. Oh. You'll therefore need to take the storm border to the singularity in question. All Chaldea staff, please make preparations to board the storm border ASAP. Your target is Chaldea's archenemy, the immature beast known as Tomamovich Klyanskia. There we go. So that's where Klyanskia was hiding out after escaping from Britain. I'm sure she didn't plan on revealing her nest until the conflict between Chaldea and the foreign god had been settled. But it seems the actions she took in the British Lost Belt forced her to show her hand prematurely. That being said, she's still a powerful enemy. I expect Chaldea will need luck to be very much in its favor to come out on top here. Still, if they're going to concentrate their resources on combating the foreign god, this is not a battle that can be simply avoided or postponed. Good luck everyone. All I can do now is trust in you and hope for the best. Though of course I already know exactly how things will turn out thanks to Trismegistus 2. Okay. No matter how valiantly they fight, Chaldea is doomed to total annihilation. Oh, all my work over this past year will have been for nothing. Wait, scratch that last bit. I absolutely cannot share that part of the prediction with them. No, please elaborate. Okay. Alright.
新生ダヴィンチちゃんの素敵なレアものだね。任せて。これがいいかな。それともあれがいいかな。どれも貴重な品だ。たっぷり悩んでくれ。まだ見ていく。
Right, this would throw us into the epilogue, right? So how much you know of the real like nothing. Light filled my entire field of vision. Light everywhere. In an instant, pure white light enveloped both myself and the nearby trees. It was the first time in my life something like this ever happened. I never experienced anything else like it. The flash of light was so brilliant that I couldn't even close my eyes. There were signs leading up to it, of the countless different species that live in the woods. The birds, presumably the first to notice something was amiss thanks to their sharp senses, all took flight at once. I wonder if they managed to escape. I know we won't. It's too late for us now. There's nowhere for us to run. This light will envelop every last living thing that dwells in these woods. At first, it felt like the light had just stolen our sight in an instant, but I was wrong. The truth is, the light took everything from us. Our bodies and our lives. We had no time to react, not even to scream. All we could do was wait to die. Light, and more light. Pure power pouring down from the sky in an instant. A raging, terrifying storm with neither reason nor emotion. Far too strong to even think of fighting. Ah, Light. You remind me of nothing so much as... Yes, that's right. Of so much as... What? Nothing so much as... Man's fire. Oh. Alright. Here. Was I supposed to do that Journey Begins thing in the... Maybe I was. Should I go back and do that? Hang on. But it gave me the option to... Journey Begins is the... Okay. That's fine then. It just... threw me off. Okay, because I was expecting us to have some sort of, like, dialogue before we came here. Okay. Beyond the walls of the world. Our target point is 60 degrees, 55 north, 101 degrees, 57 east. Blame the main interludeness. Yeah, this was weird. Now approaching the skies over the old forest of Tunguska. We're keeping a close eye on Tomamovich Kuganskia's magical energy. At the moment, the target shows no signs of moving from the forest area upstream from the old Tunguska River. For the time being, we're calling the area the old Tunguska Forest. The storm border is flying straight as a marlin, and will soon be entering its airspace. I know we covered the operation plenty back at Chaldea Base, but let's go over it one more time, for good measure. Our destination is the old Tunguska Forest, located in Siberia. Our objective is the elimination of the immature beast here, an alter ego who calls herself Tomamovich Koyanskia. Once the Stormboarders arrived at our destination via the shortest possible route, we'll descend to the site we're calling Point X, where Koyanskia's magical energy signal's originating. On reaching our destination, we'll bring all the force we have at our disposal to bear against Koyanskia. Will be enough, though. If all goes according to plan, we should be able to complete the operation in record time. However, if Shion's warning is accurate, then we should expect the environment of our destination to be special in some way. There's no telling what might await us. All hands, be prepared for anything. Aye, aye, Captain. Let me say this one more time as well. Well, this operation's objective remains the elimination of Beast 4, aka Koyanskia. That is not all there is to it. I trust you remember what I'm talking about, Ritsuka. This operation is also a test case for our infiltration of the 7th Lost Belt. Oh, right. An operation built around the Black Barrel. You got it. The Black Barrel is still really tough to tune. Now we have a new collaborator. Habitrot, our resident fairy guardian, will help us out by protecting the Black Barrel's wielder. Oh, Happy Cat! Oh, did I just hear my name? I'd probably better manifest physically then. Oh. Habitrot the Spinner at your service. And don't worry, Mesh's spirit origin is safe with me. Okay, how so? How's that gonna work? A few hours earlier, okay. The Stormboarder hangar at the Wandering Sea dock. I have detected a new magical energy signal in Russia. Russia? Hey, I'm dropping frames! Yes, Russia. It's far from the old Russian Lost Belt, and most of the area's been bleached, like the rest of the Earth. Only now it's suddenly giving off a magical energy signal. Well, no, that's not accurate. It wasn't really sudden. This signal's been present for a few months now, but it's grown quickly over these last few days. So it'd be more accurate to say whatever veil shielded it from human perception has disappeared. To be more precise, the signal is located in central Siberia, in the Krasnoyarsk Krai, which would place it in a forest region upstream of the Tunguska River. And I'm quite certain any heroic spirit, who hails from the same era I do, must also be familiar with the enormous flash of light that occurred there. Tunguska. I wasn't alive then, but I've read about the Tunguska incident. Fofo? Precisely. It was a massive airburst that occurred over Tunguska in 1908. At the time, we weren't sure that it even was an explosion at all. I still remember quite vividly how blindingly bright the light was. Flo... you saw it yourself, Holmes? All the way from England? I did. The explosion was so massive that the light it created was visible all the way from England. It flattened a forest and the accompanying shock. Is that true? Yeah? Oh, wow. That's crazy. It flattened a forest, and the accompanying shockwave left a great deal of damage. Like, to be able to... I mean, I guess... no, England's pretty far. Well, not really. I guess not that far. It's still far enough where it's like, still... kind of crazy that it was visible from there. It flattened a forest, and the accompanying shockwave left a great deal of damage in its wake. But miraculously, there were no reports of any human casualties. Though, of course, given the sheer scale of the explosion, it is entirely possible that there were casualties that simply went unaccounted for. And at the very least, the explosion left a huge mark on the area's biosphere. There is no telling how many animal lives were lost. It was a meteorite, right? That was the story, yes. And the Magecraft world has apparently confirmed as much. I looked into the matter and I couldn't find any Magecraft causes pertaining to the incident. It's not out of the question that there may have been some occult aspect to the incident, but if nothing else, even the Mages Association concluded that the Tunguska explosion was caused by natural phenomena. So it's safe to say there were no traces of any mystics at work there. Though that only makes this latest incident that much more mysterious. Why Tunguska? Well, I could speculate, but... let me guess, now's not the time. Precisely. So for the time being, allow me to simply convey the facts. A special region has arisen in the tongue no work for some reason. In the Tunguska area of the Bleached Earth. It is neither singularity nor lost belt. Not a singularity? The signal at its heart is wholly different from a holy grail, so no. We don't believe it should be classified as a singularity. We do have some possibilities in mind, but as we currently lack any hard evidence upon which to base our assertions, any further speculation is likely to only invite misunderstanding. At the moment, all we know for certain is the source of this anomaly, or rather, the name of the enemy we must defeat. Both Trismegistus II and Sheba have confirmed that this magical energy belongs to an immature beast. We can therefore assume that this special region is Tomamovich Koyanskia's headquarters. Foe!
Are you all done? Then I'll sum it up. A magical energy signal has been discovered in the old Tunguska forest. We have determined this to be Koyanskia's hideout. What the?
Foe!
What are you so worked up about, Fubble? I don't have any bacon right now.
Foe! Stop that, foe. Here, stay with me.
Keep a good grip on that thing, will you?
Okay, it was random.
Now then, where were we?
All business. Tomamovich Koyanskia. She possesses a spirit origin the same as any servant. She is also the executive director of NFF Services, a private military contractor founded in January 2019, following the incineration of humanity. And the immature form of Beast 4, the Beast of Taming. At present, I suspect Koyanskia sustained some form of injury during the events of the British Lost Belt. I mean, yeah, she did save her asses. So, you know, and is therefore not in optimal condition. She demonstrated incredible power when we encountered her in Olympus, in the Atlantic Lost Belt. But at least according to Sheba, her current magical energy signal doesn't appear to have surpassed it. I noticed you didn't say she's gotten weaker. Because I can't be certain that she has. So the first big question this raises is, just what is she doing there?
I know she technically saved our lives in Britain, but the fact is, she's still an enemy of humanity. And we all know she's not the type to turn over a new leaf just because she's badly hurt. So there's probably some reason she's holed up in the Russian boonies.
Yep. If I had to guess, it's likely she can so she can recover her strength. That or she's trying to grow even stronger. I mean, if I were in her shoes, I wouldn't suddenly reveal my hideout to the world just because I got hurt.
So she may well not be hiding it anymore because she just doesn't need to bother. Indeed. That's entirely possible. I strongly suspect the amorphous form we encountered in Olympus was not her fully matured self. For one thing, we saw no sign of the great horns that are indicative of mature beast. Immature? Fully mature? Alright then. Listen well, all of you. Mounier is right. Koyanskia protected our ship back in Fairy Britain. Whoa, I can't believe it. Director Gordolf actually got Mounier's name right for once. No.
That's not right. Gordy, are you sick?
Regardless of how we might feel about it, it remains a fact. Most of you probably don't know this, but as the president of a major company, she also frighteningly enough used to conduct herself in an exemplary human manner. I'm not only talking about military deployments either. She provided a great deal of medical supplies and humanitarian aid to impoverished communities.
Oh.
It may have been no more than a business strategy, but whatever her reasons, she responded to the plights of the needy with genuine sincerity. Despite her femme fatale nature, she was not one to squeeze someone dry without fair compensation.
Okay.
There was something about her that could be reasoned with. However, regardless of what she may have done in the past, we cannot sit idly by while a beast grows to full maturity.
Yeah.
And besides, this is something I need to take responsibility for.
Yeah, you did bring her here and let her kind of murder us, so. Or a large sum of us. So, yeah.
I expect those of you from the old Chaldea know that all too well. Some of you no doubt still have wounds that ache at the thought of what you lost that day.
Yeah.
I am well aware that I have no right to command any of you. But that is all the more reason for me to hope you'll allow me to take responsibility for what happened. Listen up, everyone. As of this moment, we are going on the offensive. For now, we'll set our top priorities, the battle with the foreign god and the resolution of the bleached earth phenomenon, aside, and focus all of our resources on eliminating Koyanskia.
Director Gordolf! My commander!
Yes, sir. That said, I must also stress this side excursion is not without benefit to our main mission. We certainly can't afford to squander any resources after all. Although we'll be going up against a beast in this operation, this will also be a test for our infiltration of the 7th Lost Belt. A practice run, if you will, for our inevitable confrontation with the foreign god. And that means we must also be ready to make proactive use of the Black Barrel.
Okay. Didn't give any explanation as to how Habitrot's gonna protect Mash's spirit origin, but alright.
The Black Barrel. A weapon that uses its accomplishments measure to measure its target's lifespan, and attack them with the full force of that same lifespan. This used to take a heavy toll on both Mash and Ritsuka.
Okay, here we go.
But now we can also use the Black Barrel for single shots not fueled by command spells, with Habitrot's help alone.
Oh.
This does turn it from a conceptual weapon into a physical one, but that physical weapon should still pack a significant punch. Unfortunately, firing physical rounds heats the gun's barrel too much to be used in succession, but just being able to use different rounds for different situations is going to be a huge help. Very good. Thank you for going over the developments with the Black Barrel Technical Advisor. Next, I'd like to hear about the Divine Construct essence we acquired in the British Lost Belt. How is the cannon which fires that coming along?
Shion and I are making headway on it. Of course, while we're going as fast as we can, neither of us have ever worked on anything like this before.
Yeah.
So while I hate to say this, I'm afraid it won't be ready in time for this operation. We'll just have to be flexible and make full use of the tactics we've used so far.
I see. I suppose that was too much to hope for. Still, I expected as much. And besides, we have plenty of other tricks up our sleeves. Our first plan of attack for the 7th Lost Belt is...
Fo-fo-fo!
What was that? Don't you mean only plan of attack? Yes, I suppose I do.
But you don't need to go bringing it up.
Bringing it up.
Director, you can tell what Fo is saying?
Not a clue. But that time I could feel what he meant right in my soul.
Alright.
Well, our plan of attack for the 7th Lost Belt naturally focuses on Excalibur. We also came up with a secondary source of firepower to improve our odds of success. Essentially, we realized we can run all the Stormborder's magical reactors in parallel to deploy a mass of
Chaldean heroic spirits simultaneously.
In other words, we can go for quantity and quality. The idea is simple.
We send in a whole bunch of the heroic spirits who are materialized in Chaldea into the enemy's territory and overwhelm them with sheer numbers and firepower. Blitzkrieg style. I mean, that sounds good to me. Like Solomon, but instead of just separate summons of the ones who just happen to remember our journeys with them, it's all the ones that we've built bonds with inside Chaldea. So, okay, that sounds pretty good to me.
We're pretty much going entirely with wish fulfillment here. Man, it would make things so much easier.
If we could just send in a ton of the heroic spirits we already have.
Who we know would be a good fit for this operation. Now we can make that dream a reality. Fo-fo? Well, we will of course be deploying this plan here primarily to defeat Koyanskia. It will also serve as a test for our infiltration of the 7th Lost Belt. So do please keep in mind that our experiences here will provide invaluable data for the future. Specifically, Ritsuka, Mash. Yeah? What's up? We'll be deploying up to 10 heroic spirits to accompany you. Collectively, they'll be your main source of firepower in this operation. The plan is to bring the Stormborder as close to Koyanskia's magical energy signal as possible. At which point you'll move in on foot to take her down. Foe! It's a simple yet powerful strategy. You all go there together, and you all kick her ass together.
I mean, it sounds good to me.
As we speak, we have 6 heroic spirits chosen, specifically for this operation, standing by in Briefing Room 2. Needless to say, we can deploy any or all of them at a moment's notice.
Your mission is to carry out this operation with unprecedented speed. I expect you to succeed with flying colors. Alright everyone, let's go hunt ourselves a beast.
Alright. I wonder who these chosen ones are. I guess we'll see. Or is it just saying we can bring our own 6 as usual? No, there's probably ones that are, you know, they said they chose them, so I assume they're actually, like, set ones that we can bring if we choose. There's a force field.
I'm seeing what looks like some kind of barrier over Tunguskian airspace. It's pretty different from the storm walls surrounding the Lost Belts, but I think it's still a kind of bounded field. Do something, Da Vinci! Already analyzed it and ran the numbers. I am putting up a multi-layered bounded field around the front of the border right now. Theoretically, it should let us break through.
That was fast. Nice work, Da Vinci. Then without further ado, deploy anti-physical space-time adjustment membrane around the bow. We'll break through in dimensional piercing mode. Once we make it through the barrier into the Tunguska special region, we can begin the operation in earnest. Everyone, brace for impact.
Bracing.
There. We made it through. We're now in Tunguska's airspace. All we have to do now is head for Kuyonskia's magical energy Wait, I feel really, really sick here.
Ugh.
What is this? Habitrot, are you alright?
Not even close. I want to disappear right now, but I won't.
I'm the Black Barrel's guardian fairy, I am.
So this fairy isn't going back to the spirit origin graph. Nope. I'm gonna go into the sleep mode I set up on the Black Barrel instead.
Oh. Just call if you need me, Mash. I can help out in battle too, at least a little. Okay. Habitrot? Da Vinci, what's going? Foe?
You're kidding me. Sure, Habicat can be crude, but she's a good egg too. And now she's the first to disappear. What's going on here, administrative advisor? Technical advisor.
Captain! My captain!
This is real bad.
Da Vinci. Can you check on briefing room 2 for me? And please hurry. Briefing room 2, briefing room 2. What the? All the magical energy signals of the heroic spirits we had on standby there are vanishing one by one.
None of them are able to remain materialized. They're all being forced back to the spirit origin graph.
This is just like what we saw in Britain. Holmes. Right you are, Da Vinci. I can't be certain if this world was always like this, or if Kuyonskia found a way to copy it from Britain. But it's clear that the whole environment is entirely rejecting human history. This must be what Trismegistus 2 meant by special. Naturally, we added a number of safety provisions to the summoning system after our experiences in Britain. But whatever peculiar traits that this place possesses seem to have overwhelmed them. I'm afraid I can't hold on any longer either. Da Vinci, Nemo, it's all up to you now. Don't worry, Holmes. We've got this.
Da Vinci's technically a servant, but at her core, she's actually a living being rather than a heroic spirit. Mash is a demi-servant, which puts her in the same boat. Of course, neither Ritsuka nor Gordolf are affected. And I have 2 spirit origins, so I can hold out just long enough to get the storm border out of this airspace, much as it pains me. Marine. Aye, aye, sir. Ancients at maximum. We can turn around and get out of here at full speed anytime. Good. Mounier, switch places with me. I'll steer the storm border. You know what to do now, right? Oh, right. Now I gotcha. Okay, you got it. Thanks, Mounier. I'm counting on your driving skills. Da Vinci.
On it.
Wow. The door just opened. On its...
Ritsuka, Mash, Director Gordolf. I need you all to hurry to the hangar, now.
I'll have Nurse and Baker disconnect and transport you, Da Vinci. Right now, you only need to get your gear ready and hurry to the shadow border.
Captain! Take care of the storm border for us.
A captain always takes care of the ship. It's their job. I trust you all know what you need to do too. And I don't mean in terms of battle. Of course, I'll bring the Shadow Border and everyone in it back safe and sound. There goes Ritsuka, Mash, Da Vinci, and Chubbs too. Great, I feel better already. From this point on, the Field Ops team will be investigating this strange environment on its own. Master Ritsuka, don't hesitate to call for us if you need help. I can probably only afford to do it once, but I'll deploy on a rescue mission to wherever you might be.
Thanks, Captain. Okay, well, no heroic spirit backup. Or, you know, fully materialized ones anyway.
Good. That should take care of things for the time being. That aside, first Britain exceeded my expectations, and now this world has as well. So much for a blitzkrieg strike. And to make matters worse, if this environmental trait is something Kuyotsukia learned in and copied from Britain, then she may also have access to numerous other threats we faced in the other Lost Belts.
Didn't we already know that though? Like I thought we already knew that she was collecting stuff from the Lost Belts.
Well, we are up against a beast. It's safer to expect the worst.
Yeah, because we literally fought the things she's been... Okay.
All we can do now is trust in Ritsuka and her team. It certainly won't be the first time. Indeed. Loath though I am to admit it, there's nothing more I can do. Alright then, Captain. I'll leave the rest in your hands. Oh, don't worry about me. Once the storm borders clear this space, I'll just loiter up above the barrier, as watchful as a fire goby. Just waiting around may not be fun, but it's not dangerous either. And it's certainly no big deal compared to the temporary disappearance you're being forced to undergo. I'll see you back at the Wandering Sea Homes.
Is it temporary? I certainly hope it is.
I know these horizontal G's are pretty rough, but hang in there until the storm border finishes its turn. Once it's stabilized and clear, we'll be going straight into a freefall. Be ready for vertical G's when that happens. Okay, hang on. There, the storm border's turned around, but before we make our emergency escape, open the hatch! Open the hatch! Shadow border, launch!
Launching.
Shadow border launching. Is this really a lie? What?
Falling!
I've put up a multi-layered barrier around the border's undercarriage. I'm a little worried with only my magical energy to spare on it. Sorry. Foe? Oh, who cares? Bring it on, I say. Hell, this is my third time falling into an operation. Ha ha ha.
No, wait, hang on. If I think of this like my ordeal in the... God, my throat's killing me. If I think of this like my ordeal in the Dakar Rally. Okay, I can do this. I can totally do this. You got this, Gordy. Hang in there, buddy. I'm sure that went as well as it could have.
Right?
Man, I wish when they turned these events into main interludes, they made it so you got Saint Court fragments for every node, like you do in the actual main story chapters. That would have been nice.
Foe!
I'm okay, Foe.
Foe? Master, are you alright?
I'm fine. How about you, Mash? Did you break anything?
I'm fine too. Nothing serious to report. Status report. Electrical systems, 80% functionality, but repairable. Engine no damage. Hull integrity at 90%. Mobility remains intact.
Okay, that could have been worse.
Not too bad for an emergency deployment and landing. How about you guys? Is everybody okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. That wasn't nearly as bad as I was expecting. In fact, I think that might have actually loosened up my stiff shoulders.
Why are you talking like we all just left the chiropractor?
Do you also feel refreshed after riding a roller coaster? Anyway, technical advisor, my subordinate here's a bizarre health regimen aside. I don't think I'm any worse for wear. As for Ritsuka and Kirilite, they're both fine.
Oh!
Furball, you're here too. Well, I guess we can't send you back to the storm border now. How about you, technical advisor? Is everything alright with your spirit origin, now that we've landed in enemy territory?
I appreciate your concern, Director. Don't worry. My spirit origin seems fine too. It looks like this environment doesn't reject all heroic spirits outright, just like in the British Lost Belt. It does reject them to be sure, but I'm guessing there are still loopholes some can slip through. And for creatures that are obviously alive like humans and animals, there shouldn't be any issue. As far as I can tell, this environment only rejects beings, namely heroic spirits, who owe most of their existence to human history. Foe!
Huh? Well, that doesn't make sense. Who? Psst. Foe? Huh? I mean, I'm here, right?
Who's there?
Oh! Hi? I mean, I'm always down for giant snake mother, but how you weren't one of the ones we brought with us, were you? Did you just like get randomly summoned like Tristan? Like, why are you here?
After all, I'm here, aren't I?
Ibuki Doji.
Oh. A heroic spirit, eh? Or rather, a divine spirit. Ah, of course, I remember now.
Yeah, we just said her name.
Ibuki Doji. You were one of the heroic spirits waiting on standby.
Okay, so she was one of them, okay.
Waiting on standby in briefing room 2. Good to see you're alright. Wait, what? You're alright. But how?
Maybe this place can't reject divinity?
I have an idea. Maybe it's because unlike standard heroic spirits, Ibuki Doji's a divine spirit?
I guess, since she's obviously here and all.
Huh. It really is Ibuki Doji. That might just mean this place isn't quite the same as the British Lost Belt after all. It's pretty clear from what we saw that it's stopping heroic spirits from manifesting.
Yeah.
But it doesn't stop them from incarnating, just like in Britain. And that's not all. It also doesn't reject non-human heroic spirits. I wonder what its criteria is then.
Probably the... primate nature. True, it is called the Anti-Primate Biosphere. That is true.
Is Ibuki Doji allowed to be here because she's a divine spirit? Or because she's a nature spirit? Non-human. Divine spirit, nature spirit. So, is Ibuki Doji my true name?
What? I love how much they just used what. Is something wrong with your memory?
Well, I know I'm still me.
I know I'm really strong, and I'm really nice, and I really love booze. Uh-huh.
And I know that I'm your servant. But everything else is kind of a haze. What am I anyway?
As long as there's booze, who cares? Yeah, who cares? I do, but at least I think I see what's going on here now. Yeah, I guess, maybe. Yeah? Looks like she managed to materialize here, but in consequence lost her memory. Well, at least she still remembers she's our servant, at the very least. That's the most important bit.
So I'm a little nervous to ask, but what about your combat abilities, Ibuki Doji?
Do you still feel confident in those?
Oh sure, I'm very strong. If Master wants me to fight, then of course he'll be glad to fight.
Besides, I like going wild. Oh, okay. That's good.
My mind does feel kind of fuzzy though, so I may not be quite at my usual strength. Hang on. I'm gonna see if I've still got everything. Okay. Let's see. Yup, I can use fire. And wind. And lightning. Oh, and water too, of course.
Isn't that pretty much everything? And your sword is clearly right there. If I really wanted to, I bet I could even alter my spirit origin.
Though maybe only a few times, since I bet that uses a ton of magical energy.
Well, it's not great that she's lost her memory, and that we don't have the 5 other servants with us as well, but we may be in better shape than I initially thought, at least. Silver linings, huh?
Don't you worry. I can hold my own against just about anything.
Do we know who the other 5 that we brought were? That were supposed to be with us? I'm curious. I'm counting on you, Ibuki Doji.
No problem. Favo!
I don't think they're mentioned now. Damn. I was actually kind of curious who we thought was a good match for this Biosphere. I was gonna say singularity, but it's not a singularity. That's a A lot of enemy types.
At any rate, this is good news. Having even a single additional servant on our side vastly improves our options. Furthermore, memory issues aside, the fact that she's a divine spirit is significant. We've confirmed that the Stormborder has escaped, yes? Then that leaves us with two choices. Go forward, or go back. It need hardly be said that we'll be choosing the former. We should assume that the enemy already knows we're here. So we need to reach Koyanskia and take her down as soon as possible. Sooner even. Remember, we aren't infiltrating a lost belt this time. We are here to eliminate a specific threat. The longer we take, the more time we give Koyanskia to mature as a beast. So we're just going to have to do the best we can with the resources we have. There may not be many of us, but that will help us be stealthy. I think anyway. What do you say, Technical Advisor?
Sounds good to me. That we all survived the crash intact, and we still have Ibuki Doji with us, are both incredible strokes of luck. If we find ourselves needing to retreat, we can do that after we've scouted the place and figure out some things. So I say we stick to the basics and keep to our usual strategy. Explore and analyze. Isn't that right, Master Ritsuka?
Yep, we can start with our immediate surroundings, just like always.
I'm glad you understand. As for you, Muni Muni, I trust you have no objections, though I'm sure you're not exactly eager to get going, coward that you are. At least I'm not as bad as you, Chubbs. Besides, it's probably better to play things safe here. So what are we doing, Da Vinci? Do we just stick to our original plan?
That might be kind of hard to do now.
Oh, yeah. The original plan was to overwhelm the magical energy signal within Koyanskia with sheer servant firepower.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to make some course corrections. Our initial strategy was to throw a bunch of fast and heavy-hitting heroic spirits at Koyanskia, Blitzkrieg style, regardless of the situation. But as things stand, we're about 150 kilometers from her signal. We're sitting at the special region's southern edge, so it's gonna take us some time to reach Koyanskia in the center.
We could simply make a run for her in the border, but we'll need to do more than just reach her to secure our victory. First, I'd like to understand the environment we're in here. It would be one thing if we were surrounded, but luckily, it seems like we don't have any hostiles in the area right now. Right, Technical Advisor?
Yep. There's definitely no hostiles nearby. I'm constantly scanning, so if there were, I would know.
Right. Uh-huh.
But I don't have any insights to offer about anything beyond the border scanning range. That we're going to have to investigate with the field ops team. So that would mean
we have to go out. Especially, are we even gonna find help here? I feel like that's a long shot. But
yep. We need to gather information and we need to add to our fighting force. Same thing we always do, really. Well, we were hoping to test a new servant blitzkrieg tactics here as a trial run for the 7th Lost Belt. We were also doing it to reduce the burden on you guys. I'm really sorry we can't do that for this mission anymore. In the end, all we can do now is count on you, Mash, and Ibuki Doji to investigate this area on your own, like we always do.
Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. At least it's not just me and Mash this time. Especially with Ibuki Doji on our side this time.
Oh, that's me, right?
Ibuki Doji. Ibuki Doji. Got it. And yeah, I'll be a big help. I'm at least as strong as 100 spirits.
100 spirits? Oh, you mean as in 100 soldiers?
Why didn't you just say that instead of making it about spirits?
Gah! You startled me.
Hey, stop infusing your gaze with magical energy. You're giving me flashbacks to my Helic Mystic Eyes endurance training.
Can you actually endure that? And if so, how the hell do you train for something like that?
Now, I'm curious about that too. Well, yeah, what do you mean, Mystic? Huh? Gordy, you need to elaborate. Okay then, let's get this new operation underway.
Field Ops, your mission's to gather information on the special region, and to find us some more fighters. Of course, I doubt there are many rogue servants that can maintain their existence out there. Plus, since we're not yet sure if we can use summoning circles, I don't think we'll be able to summon in many other heroic spirits. But if you do find an opportunity to expand our ranks, please take it. Also, you should still be able to perform simple servant summons, for at least a few minutes. So watch your stamina, investigate as much as you can, and fight when necessary.
You got it. Come on, Mash. Ibuki Doji.
Right, Master. Woo!
Unfortunately, it seems our communications can't go through the barrier, but they're working fine inside it. So don't forget to make regular reports to the Shadow Border. Alright then, let the Kuryanskia hunt begin.
Speed lines. We are speed.
Uh-huh.
So fast.
Yeah, I should have known Ibuki Doji would have some
Impressive aerial ability.
I can't believe how fast she is.
Especially since she's 3 meters tall, carrying us and still flying.
Crossing such a dense, such a dense forest would have taken us so long without her. Foe!
I'm curious how she's carrying us. It's still not clear if there are any hostiles nearby or not.
But we should be able to avoid detection thanks to the tree coverage. I'm not so sure, Mash. I'm kind of glowing, right? I mean, not physically, but like in terms of aura, you know? That'll make it pretty obvious I'm not just any ordinary foe. So we ought to keep our guard up.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Still, I can't help but think this is a perfect way to stay out ahead. Even if we're spotted, you should be able to outrun almost anything that comes after us.
Yeah, Ibuki Doji, you're like the wind or something.
Huh? Ibuki Doji? There's something big up ahead. I think it's part of the natural environment, but something about it's making me really uneasy. I wonder what it could be. Ah!
Ibuki?
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to shout. Anyway, both of you stay alert.
I know this isn't really my first time doing something like this, but it kind of feels like it, so...
There, enemies. I'm detecting multiple heat signatures up ahead. We've got hostiles, Master. I could try to fly around them, but I feel like that's a bad idea. Every one of my instincts is screaming at me that they've already got us in their sights. You two know what that means, right? Right.
We gotta kill him.
Activating Orton X now.
Man. Back to this hunk of junk. Rather than the real armor.
Preparing to engage the enemy. Foe. It's not safe out here, Foe. Please get inside the shield. Foe?
Here they come. It really does feel like my first time doing this, but let's go. I'm sure the muscle memory is still there. Maybe not the actual memories, but I'm sure the muscle memory is still built in. Probably. Probably. Now just bring a Castoria. Nice and simple. Alright, see, MASH doesn't give an extra boost here, because it's technically not a main chapter. So I feel like she should come out. But at the same time... I kind of want to keep everyone in. Also, I'm going to change my Ibuki to this. Just for canonicity, I guess. I guess I'll also swap this to here. Yeah, I think I'll keep things as they are. I'll put this in to give Ibuki a little boosty boost to her bond points. Alright. I assume it's going to be a mishmash of all the enemies from previous Lost, well, not all of them, but some of the enemies from previous Lost Belts, I would assume. Just with NFF services stamped on them. Oh no! Well, sort of. These are Yaga, but they're shadows? Kin IC or Kin 1C? Okay. Interesting. Interesting, okay. So our Ibuki Doji gets a special... Okay. Oh, maybe it's any Divine Servant gets that boost. Would Ku count? Because of Odin? Probably not. He probably doesn't count. And then because they're fairies, they're neutral. Interesting.
白兵戦行きます。はい、お呼びですか？負けないぞ。こうだ。羽のように。
Nice.
やったは。
Oh, it's for demonic beast servants. Okay.
危ない。的確かとやります。そういうのもあるよね。ミストルテ。と。
Damn. Yeah, that makes sense.
待ちわびていました。はい。もちろん。羽のように。と。ここでまっすぐ。
Nice. Okay, we got full noble phantasms. Okay, now we've got LB4 enemies. We'll just buff you a lot.
Okay, Master. Alright,
this should do the job. Well, they might the two little ones will probably survive Ibuki's Noble Phantasm. Probably. More than likely.
災いは今こそお前たちのもとへと来たる。真剣草薙の太刀。
Yeah.
オーケストラ
And
や
dead.
ります。お呼びですか？と
Alright, that wasn't
今回は
that
う
wasn't
ま
that
くいき
bad
ました。
at all. Where's the real enemies? The real problems? Because those weren't shite. Here, maybe? Maybe these Lancers and Berserkers here will give us some sort of challenge. Or perhaps not.
Ibukidoji! I'm on it.
No? Ooh. There we go, back to normal size. Oh, so she grew to fight, okay.
That should do it, right?
Those creatures were from the... Okay, calling the Yaga creatures is a bit fucked up. We're from the Russian and Indian Lost Belts.
Right, some of them look just like the Yaga, and the others were just like the Kali we saw in the Indian Lost Belt. Although it's strange, I couldn't sense any sort of life force in them whatsoever. Same. They were definitely coming after us, but there was nothing else to them. No anger, no fear, not even a desire to hunt to survive. Ugh, that was so weird. I know I'm having trouble with my memories right now, but I can still tell there was something off about those things. Senpai, do you think
That Koyanskia messed with them somehow? Yes.
more hostiles incoming? These rumblings are a lot bigger than before. Be careful, you two. These things must be really huge.
How huge? Oh. Right. Literal giant huge.
Huh. Those are Scandinavian giants. And elite warriors at that.
Yeah, those are general class giants.
Advanced giants. I remember a little bit now. Even a single giant is really, really strong. And special ones like these guys are super duper rare. So the fact of running into them here must mean we're dealing with something strange.
Yeah, you could say that.
That roar shook the very ground. Now that's what I'm talking about.
We'll just have to think of them as big, walking, roaring fortresses.
Get ready, Master. Mash. These giant generals are really tough.
Yeah, we kind of assumed as much. Okay, yep, grow.
Finally, I can cut loose. I'm sure that'll use up a lot of magical energy, so I apologize now if they kill me.
Damn, they really must be strong for Ibuki to be saying that. Yeah, well, I'd prefer if they didn't.
You guys are in trouble already, huh? You should have just let me know I was up then. Whoa, these guys are huge! I can't believe you're not scared of them, Ritsuka.
I am, but I'm powering through it. You come out now? Again, probably because she's a fairy.
I can do short bursts. It's pretty rough, but sometimes works just like that, yeah? Alright then, let's hit him with a round from the Black Barrel to kick things off. You ready, Mash? Now I'll let you handle the timing.
Right, setting Black Barrel to blaster mode. Just let me know when to activate it, Master. Thanks for the help. Alright, let's do this, nameless giant generals.
Well, now I kind of feel obligated to put Hobbitrot in. Or I can't. Never mind. Well, frick me, I guess. Yeah, Castoria. Hobbitrot will help you out during the battle when Mash uses the Black Barrel, but only once. NPC Ibuki Doji has a special effect that will help you during the battle. I kind of want to see that special effect. Yeah, right. Just out of curiosity. They got me. Let's hope I don't regret this. Fucker. Fucker, I barely know her.
せっかく生まれたのに、もう加減が難しいのよね。パラドクスエフェクター、セット。
Oh, okay. I guess that's not what it meant by when Mash uses a Black Barrel. Alright.
いきますわよ。加減が難しいのよね。いい出来です。
Invincible. Oh, so NPC Ibuki is just a fucking tank. She just... Okay. And immune to all debuffs. Well... That seems like cheating, but you know... Yeah, that's alright.
目離さないでね。
I kind of want to use Mash's Buster just cause, yeah, you know what, sure.
はい、示弾装填します。
Oh!
じゃんじゃじゃーん。
Oh!
すごいだろう。重いんだぜ。でも
Okay.
負けないハルニャンなのさ。スピンスター、ハベトロッタ。
I mean, it didn't do a lot, but...
恐れよ。災いは今こそお
That
前
was
た
cool.
ちのもとへと来たる。真剣草薙の太刀。
照準、ブースト、ストライク。
So we just had to end our, like, start our attack phase for it to go into effect. That was cool. Oh, so that is a lot of buffs. What the Felipe? I just noticed that. Well, but hang on. Oh, okay, that's fine.
はあ、そういうのもありよね。トン、トン。
Alright, good. One down.
炎、そしてイカズチ。危ない。
Ow. Not ow, actually. Well, I'm glad they keep putting a lot of their attacks on her. Oh, right, the deal does it on herself in this form. Frick. Okay.
待ちわびていました。そういうのもあるよね。そこですね。こちらです。こうだ。
Not. That was some bad RNG. I'd really hoped Mash's attack would hit, or sorry, Ibuki's attack, not Mash's.
心に残る旋律を炎より激しく。
I feel like the risk is worth it. Like, if it goes through, we'll do massive damage. If not, well, fuck. But may as well try.
あなたを信じて、あなたを見上げて、今も私は走っています。
Please hit, please hit, please hit, please hit, please hit,
ホース
please
ビル
hit.
キャメロット。
Yes.
そこですね。
Damn. Damn. Alright. That's fine though.
はい、そういうのもあるよね。と。ゲートオブアバロン。せい。
No, I need to break the break bar. Frick. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna do a full combo. Just because one of these guys has gotta go through, right? Alright, the first one did. But I just wanted to make sure that at least one it rip. Rip Casty. Oh, invincible now, huh? So gosh darn rude. Okay.
行きますわよ。オッケー、いいんじゃない？そういうのもあるよね。
マスター。
うつしよととこよ。その境、もろくうつろなることを知るがいい。真剣、草薙のタッチ。
と、せい。
Gets invincible gone. Those defense ups though are a real big pain in the ass. But it's fine. It's fine. You know. Better than
加減が難しいだよね。いいんじゃ。
Unless we're doing some
いいん
damage.
じゃない？と、こうだ。こうだ。
Damn.
悪いけどパパ、お願い。
That's gonna hurt. Yeah. Give me Bazits, thank you.
決着の時だ。どうします？
そういうのもあるよね。
Come on, both the Bazits get through, please. 1, 2, nice, good. As long as her attacks get through, we're fine.
浅い。
God, would you stop with the defense ups? Oh my god.
いいんじゃん。そういうのもあるよね。
Bro.
せい。
Who thought this was a good idea? Who designed this? Just infinite defense ups every single goddamn turn. Oh my god. Bro. Could this guy, like, not? Okay.
望むところだ。
離さないでね。
アンサラ。
Hopefully, maybe. No, even Ibuki Doji's attack will only do like
人知の及ばぬものが世にあると。
10k maybe with all the defense ups. Okay, no, okay, more. Actually, it might have, maybe, no. Okay, as long as one of these Fragoraks get through. Oh, oh, right, he has sure hit. Right, I forgot about that bit. Right, sure hit, Great. Okay, well, you know, I asked for harder enemies after the first fight, and they delivered. They did indeedly doodly deliver. Like, oh, harder enemies, you say? Okay, well, here, have them. No, God, I have like 400 of these giant rings. I really don't need more. I'm not even kidding either. I literally have 400. The Eternity Seeker. That sounds epic, but first, time for more depression. Cuckoo Lane, you son of a bitch. And back to small form. Well, small. But her small form is still 2 meters tall, right? Like, big is 3 meters, small is still 2 meters, which is still decently large.
Phew. That was really, really tough, but hey, we beat them all. Nice work, everyone. You too, Habitat.
Thanks, I sure do feel worked. She's not a fairy, is she? She looks like she's the incarnation of an elemental and a phantasmal. Wait, doesn't that mean she's a god?
Yes.
Ah, well, who cares? She's nice and she's pretty. What else do I need to know? Alright, later, guys.
Thank you so much, Habitat. It's great that we beat them and all, but
I still have no idea what those things even were.
Or for that matter, why we even fought them.
Long story.
I recognize the aura they had, Senpai.
Yeah, they might be Koyonskia's underlings. No, they definitely are.
Right. We've seen her controlling creatures native to one lost belt and other lost belts before. And those 3 giants along with the Yagas we fought before had a strikingly similar hostile air to them. And this place is that Koyonskia lady's territory, right? So that would mean...
they're lost kin.
That is to say, her kin.
They're automatons of a sort. They've been deployed all over the place here, and then set to attack anything that seems remotely hostile. Okay, good to know. Who are you? So please don't worry. They're not connected to their leader, so they can't alert her to your presence. I mean, I would think she already knows we're at least in here. Maybe not exactly where we are, thanks to this, but she probably knows we're here, I would think. That said, your luck was pretty rotten running into those giants. They're one of the stronger varieties of lost kin. Yeah, I could tell. I'm impressed you turned things around. And beat all 3 of them. Truly, that was an incredible display of strength.
Huh. Foe? Well, I can't believe it. I should have sensed you the moment you entered my detection range, but you got all the way up here without me noticing. Master, get behind me.
I think if he wanted to attack us, he would have already. I mean, probably. I see. Very logical of you.
Who are you?
Oh, this guy. I mean, he literally is on the thing for the main interlude. So I guess I should have guessed. You know, I guess I should have guessed that. He's literally on the card for the interlude.
Me? Well, I can assure you I'm not your enemy. So please do feel free to relax your guard.
If anything, I'm the opposite of your enemy. I'm a professional, here to hunt a beast.
I may have materialized as a writer, but I assure you, I'm a man of many talents. So on that note, I would be most grateful if you would entrust me with the disposal of this shadow of Daji. Daji?
I know a great deal about her, you see, and I've also done some additional investigating on my own.
Yay! We have another fighter now. Oh wait, is this something to celebrate, Master?
I think so.
Oh my, are you still suspicious of me?
Perhaps you were deceived by another handsome man recently. I mean, if you would call Oberon handsome? I guess so. I mean, he did get a lot of fairy poon, apparently. So, I mean... yeah, I guess.
So that's your answer, huh? And here I thought I was something of a skilled negotiator.
Well, that's strange. Okay, who are you? I could have told you this would happen. You're always so obtuse. That's why I told you to let me talk to them.
Fo-fo! Whoa there.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It's okay, Nikitik. You can come out. I think they've already figured out what's going on anyway. Obviously, that's why I spoke up.
I still think she's cute. I like her. I know I have her summer form now, but I want her normal form.
Humph. I told you we didn't have to hide. We should have just jumped in and helped them fight the giants. Nice to meet you, everyone. I'm Nikitik. Dobrynya Nikitik, the heroic dragon slayer of Kiev. I'm really strong. Wow.
If you're saying so, it must be true. I mean, not necessarily, but... yeah, I guess.
Yep, I sure am. Wow.
Alright, what kind of conversation is that? I don't know. That's a good question. Say Tomamovich? Tomamovich? Nikitik? Am I supposed to say it like ch? The reason I'm saying it differently between them is because Vich has the T and hers doesn't have a T. So I just assumed it was different. Yeah, but there are things with CH that are pronounced like a K, weirdly. CH in both cases is the same. Okay. Nikitich. Doesn't sound as nice, but fair enough.
What kind of conversation is that? As for this creep... Oh, please allow me. Wait, me a creep? Uncalled for? Oh well, never mind. I'll just keep this short. I have come here from the stage world.
Okay.
That is to say, I've materialized here from the Throne of Heroes, of course. In my life, I was something of a tactician, though I also dabbled in Taoism. My true name is Taigong Wang. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
You know, people who are familiar with that name probably went crazy, but me, I'm like, cool. Like, nice to meet you, I guess. Alright. Nikitich conflict resolution. Basically Chinese Merlin, apparently. Okay. Unlike Merlin, Taigong gets to be the main character in his story. Man. Poor Merlin. Getting outdone by his Chinese counterpart. I heard voices. That's when it began. I think it's probably when I began. I heard voices and more voices. So many little voices all clustered together. Each was so faint, so small, so feeble, so fragile, I couldn't make any of them out. If they hadn't all overlapped, I would never have even realized they were voices. Then again, they could have been prayers. There were voices, many voices. Numberless faint screams all running together. I couldn't distinguish any of the individual voices, but I did my best to draw them all together. Then just listened as hard as I could. And while I was doing that, I became an individual. In the center of that cataclysm, that shockwave, an incredible flash of light and heat that nothing could survive, I chose life. That was when I learned what those countless voices meant. In that fraction of a second, as everything around me went up in flames, I learned of their lives up to that point. I heard the goodbyes they said in their final moments. Those countless screams of shock and agony showed me the lives they'd lived on this planet. And in their final moment, Those countless voices celebrated my creation. They said I would speak for them, that I was the greatest of their kind, all while celebrating my birth amid the flames. I am Iron Man? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Well, I guess we're gonna have like a trial battle against him. Or maybe that rider isn't him, but I'm pretty sure it probably is. Taigong Wang? Yes, Taigong Wang. Oh, you can also call me Lu Shang, or Zhang Zia, or Grand Duke Zhang. Whatever you like. Taigong Wang Lu Shang! Taigong Wang. I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. Or maybe not. No, I think I have. I don't know the extent of your knowledge, Ibuki Doji. But I can tell you that Taigong Wang Lu Shang is a genius tactician from ancient China's also known as the Shang Dynasty. He's also said to be the author of the 6 secret teachings and the 3 strategies, the ultimate techniques Kichi Hogen guards with her life. And he's the great hero who fought alongside King Wu of Zhao, to defeat the tyrannical king, King Zhao, the last ruler of Shang. According to the investiture of the gods, he's also a master of sage arts, who single-handedly defeated tons of the monsters who threw their lot in with King Zhao and the Shang. This is great. You guys hit the jackpot. We overheard the whole thing. Taigong Wang, eh? He's also a disciple of Yuan Shi Qianjun. I probably butchered the hell out of that. Immortal ruler of the Kunlun Mountains, and one of the greatest deities in all of Taoism. Yep. He was one of the key figures in the overthrow of the Shang Dynasty. He's also the one who coined the phrase, "Spilled water never returns to the bowl." It's the Chinese equivalent of "there's no use crying over spilled milk." I've read the annotated English translation of the Investiture of the Gods from cover to cover, so I know exactly why you're here, Taigong Wang. You're here because Daji, King Zhao of Shang's beloved consort, famed for her beauty and the havoc she wreaked all throughout China, is actually the fair-faced golden fox, a millennium fox spirit and a beast, right? Daji was a beast all along, right? Right? Well, are you going to answer the man? Oh, yes, of course. It was just so obvious. I thought it was a rhetorical question. Yes, that's right. She was what you nowadays call a beast. One of the evils of humanity. Man, but she was tough too. Seriously. Aha! I knew it. Fair-faced golden fox. Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty fair-faced. Tamamo no Mai? Yeah, don't let him know that we have Tamamos in our base. That wouldn't that probably wouldn't go well. Senpai? Pretty sure I remember Tamamo no Mai being very clear that she wasn't Daji. Daji? Sure I was, Woof. Most of the legends of the Tamamo no Mai say she washed up in Japan after committing all kinds of atrocities in China and India. So of course they make her out to be the worst kind of monster. Daji of Shang, Baosi of Zhao, the great evil god who demanded a tribute of 1,000 heads in the Magadha kingdom.
She's one of the worst foxes in the history of ever. She gives all Tamamos a bad name.
Absolutely not. I'll thank you to put a stop to this Daji slander. In fact, when you talk about her, it sounds like a confession, so I'd really appreciate you stopping.
Whoa, the way you just casually brushed over the parts about Zhao and Magata. I'll need to remember how you did that for later. Okay, but really though, are you sure you're not excluding Daji because you're actually worried about her? Come on, why not accept Baosi, aka Daji, as part of your story too? We're all the same, and we're all great in our own way.
Don't be ridiculous. Baosi and Daji are as different as chalk and cheese sticks. Sure, maybe we look alike if you squint a bit, but that's about it. Look, they say Daji was one of the most evil women ever to walk this world. They say she was an unrivaled ruiner of nations who delighted in torturing and killing people by making them walk oiled pipes over charcoal fires. Uh-huh. And okay, maybe I did some things, but I never went anything like that far.
Gotcha, so even though the original Tamamo, your nation ruiner gauge, pops up whenever you max out your good wife gauge, what? You still say you never did anything so major as taking an entire nation for your husband, huh?
Now you listen and listen good, cat. I'm going to put an end to this once and for all. I know nothing of Daji in any way, shape, or form. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Uh-huh. Why don't I believe you? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, it's nothing. Taigong Wang. I remember now. You're basically the progenitor of military strategy as we know it. You're a renowned general and tactician, and you later went on to found the state of Qi, or Qi. Right? I may not remember anything about myself, but I guess I still have that bit of knowledge tucked away in my brain. So Caldia's finally got a genuine legend helping us out, huh? Sounds good to me. Fofo!
I mean, we have... Yeah, I was gonna say... Not including you, we have quite a few legends in Caldia, but... alright. I'm also pretty sure the Spirit Origin graph isn't exactly short of other legendary figures, but I get what you're saying.
I take it you two are both rogue servants then? Even though it's apparently really difficult for most heroic spirits to even materialize here. Oh yes, it definitely is. I'm doing my best to not disappear even as we speak. Fortunately, I was able to improvise a feng shui that helped. But to be completely honest, even with that, it's rough being here. Really? It is?
Huh?
You know,
Now that you mention it, you don't seem all that affected by this environment, Nikitich.
'Cause I'm not. Being here is no problem for me at all. You know what I'm talking about, right, Dragon Lady?
Because you have beast traits, I guess.
Yeah. It's not really a problem for me either, warrior lady. Foo-foo. So you could tell I'm a dragon, huh? I kinda had the sense I might be one. Maybe we have more in common than we think.
Personally, I'm curious what's going on under that hat and with that tail, too. Maybe she's a werewolf? I mean, I guess it's possible, but I don't know.
Let's see, first off. Nikitich, I bet you're pretty skilled, aren't you? Well?
Well, are you going to answer the woman? Oh, right. Sorry, I got kind of caught up watching the dragon talk, so I wasn't thinking. Talk about birds of a feather.
Right. I wonder if they share some kind of connection we don't know about. I'm Dobrynya Nikitich. I'm a dragon. Yeah, very dragon-esque tail. Yeah. Uh-huh. You can call me Dobrynya or Nikitich. Doesn't matter to me. You already told us your true name, but okay. Dobrynya Nikitich it is. You're going with both, huh? Greedy girl. You're one of the legendary Bogatyrs, a renowned dragon slayer who served the Grand Prince of Kiev.
A hero of Kiev, eh? Nikitich, Yes, I've heard the name before. You single-handedly defeated Golenich, a many-headed that's Russian for dragon, or Zmai. And twice, no less. I remember hearing about your journey to Constantinople, too. I'm a little surprised to see you as a woman. But then again, this sort of thing does seem to happen with heroic spirits kind of a lot.
And sometimes we get bigger or smaller, too. Yep. I'm really strong. I can do just about anything.
I see. So now we can count Tygon Wang, the Beast Hunter, and Dobrynya Nikitich, the Dragon Slayer, among our allies. That's a great start to our operation, and I would say it bodes well for the future, too.
Right. Tygon Wang? Nikitich? Yes. I'm so sorry we didn't properly introduce ourselves sooner. I'm Mesh Curiolite, a demi-servant. I'm working for the Chaldea Security Organization to help restore human history. And this is my master.
Hi, I'm Ritsuka of Chaldea.
Pleased to meet you. So you're the last master and servant of humanity, Lord Yuanxi, Janzun, has told me all about your exploits. Which is to say I know a great deal about all of you thanks to the guidance of human history. Don't worry about Nikitich. I've got her up. I don't know much about capital H humanity, but there's someone here who wants to get rid of it, right? Then I'll smash her up good.
As simple as that. Alright, sounds good to me.
How enthusiastic. That's the most reassuring thing I've heard in a while. No wonder you got so famous. But is it just me, or does she seem kind of, bloodthirsty? Can we really count on her? Are we sure she's not a berserker?
Don't worry. She's definitely a writer.
I mean, we're communicating right now, no problem, right?
Yeah, I can talk.
I did a great job mastering human words. Okay. And it's pretty clear that is a recent state of affairs.
Okay, Tygon Wang and Nikitich. Let's just make sure we're all after the same thing here. We're pursuing the being we expect is running this entire special region. Tamamovich Kuganskia. She's an immature Beast 4 who used to flit from Lost Belt to Lost Belt. But now, for some reason, she seems to have settled down here. We still don't know the specifics. But worst case scenario, she's preparing to mature into a full-grown beast. We're looking to eliminate her before that happens. And we'd like you two to help us out. What do you say? I'm so glad you asked. As a matter of fact, I've been anxiously awaiting your arrival. I'm relieved to see you Chaldeans are just as friendly as I've been told. Phew! Buttering them up already? Ha ha ha. I'm not buttering them up. I'm just paying them a compliment.
Okay. Isn't that the same thing? Yes, yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, I'm not gonna compliment you.
Humph. If you're gonna fight to save the world, you need to be strong enough.
Oh god. Oh. Hello? That's better. That cloth was just getting in the way. What about that cloth? What? Huh? Arm?
Wait. I'm gonna see what you guys are made of. Got it? Yeah.
Whoa, let's all just calm down. You already saw their skill in battle against the Lost Kid, remember?
And I said, I'm gonna see what they're made of. Huh. Master, Nikitich's magical energy is rising quickly.
So much for peaceful negotiations. Must it always go this way?
Here I come. Chaldean heroic spirits, and you, Master Girl. Show me what you've got.
Can we never recruit people without fighting them at some point? This seems wholly unfair. But whatever. How far are you from 7,500? And sure. I'll have him in front, I guess. I'll swap him out. Fatal battle. Oh, and she calls in wyverns. Okay. That's cheating, calling in backup. Shaking my head. How dare you? How dare? Are you? No. Nothing. In regards for our charge up. Overcharge.
ラウンドランス並列抜病祈りの槍救済の剣ここに罪を流す光となれホースウィル・キャメロット
That's not unusual.
そこですね
I feel like I rarely ever get that specific chant for her. I usually get one of the other two. Right, there is two others, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think she has a total of 3 NP lines, I think. I'm questioning myself. I'm pretty sure.
お呼びですかこの私が
Yeah.
ゲートオブアバロン国家二人許しません
Yeah.
我が輝ける武具よ危ない
Would you leave Castoria alone, please? Could you attack literally anybody else?
理想のエネルギー補給です。
Alright, Bazit, I need you to crit.
了解。同はい。
Please?
せい。
Thank you?
せい。
Thank you. Alright.
えぐら。
Yeah, true. I also don't really use the third ascension that much. It's only the last, like, couple days that I've been using. Oh. Okay. Get 3 different MP lands compared to Ascension 1 too. Yeah, I usually tend to use her second Ascension most. So yeah, that makes sense why I'm not... I mean, I've probably seen it before, but like... ages ago. I mean, I am pretty sure I've seen it before, but yeah, just unusual one for me. I feel like I don't ever get it super often. Especially since I don't use this particular Ascension very much. Okay. I guess we have to fight Taigong now. I thought we'd be fighting Taigong in the first one, but I guess not. Or maybe she'll insist on keeping the battle going. Ha ha ha. Could you? Ha ha ha. Not used to aerial combat, are you? Not really, no. First Milla's seen, now her. At least she's not pelting us with projectiles. But we're still at a disadvantage. I could fly up there to fight her, but I don't feel right leaving you two alone. I know. We can use the trees as cover. Follow me. Oh, no you don't. Wow. That tingles. What a weird feeling. She's using her wyverns as though they were fighter jets. It looks like Dobrynya Nikitich is a more formidable enemy than we thought, Master. And on top of that, she's using attacks made to hurt Dragonkin against Ibuki Doji. Yep. She's a dragon slayer who actually rides her own dragon. Talk about winning the skill lottery. Then that white dragon might just be Nikitich's legendary horse in a new form. Watch out, guys. That's no ordinary dragon. Think of it more like a heroic spirit in its own right. Heroes are supposed to challenge impossible odds. So challenge them. Don't tell me you're going to give up just because you can't fly. Well, that's just silly. No, I think you're going too far there, Nikitich. That's like telling a turtle to fly, or a lost child to just figure out a way home. We're all adults here, so we can adapt as necessary. So what if they can't fly? So what if they can't defy the impossible odds you set before them? All they need is a little help. In this case, from me. Huh. Gonna make us float? Huh? You guys are floating too? This feeling. Mash. Yes, Master. This is just like the magecraft that lets someone walk on air. I'll be backing up the two Chaldeans with my Feng Shu. As for myself, I'll be writing on Sibu Xiang. Here. I am a writer after all. Huh? Look out. She's gonna dive bomb us again. Then we'll just have to go higher than her. Come on. Now I could use our boy here. Or... Now bear with me, I could do this and just trivialize it. Which is what I will do. Oh, why must you evade us? What have we do? I'm gonna give you your invincible. And your evade. Koyanskia, you're on your own. Try to not die. I'm sure she'll be fine though. This won't do much. Yeah, he could have, but I didn't realize that charge up went all the way. Until after I'd swapped them out. Hang on. I don't know how much it'll help, but well, do this. I don't think this will full on kill her. But between the double phantasm and 2 guaranteed crits, especially with that buster up, should do a pretty decent chunk. Yeah, about half. Better than nothing. Actually, do I even want to use Baz's Noble Phantasm here? Without her evade? I mean, I guess I'm using... Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. The anti-enforcement defense will let her absorb a hit, and then another hit after that won't kill her. So it should be fine. We should be all good. Alright, yeah, this should... will the hand to bring you do 40k? Maybe? Yep. Yap. Oh, dragon scale. Nice. I'll always take more of those. Wind sorcery? Taigong Wang. Yeah, how you like getting buffeted by tornadoes, huh? Doesn't feel good, does it?
I've managed to limit her mobility, but only temporarily. Now let's see. Lady Ibuki Doji. On it. Mash, give me a foothold. Right. Here, use my shield as a springboard. Thanks.
Okay, here goes. Damn, just stepping on the round table.
Fake Noble Phantasm.
Overarm Octopulsing Billow. Huh? A new Noble Phantasm? She said it was fake, so I think she's just going to charge. Then I'll open up our magical energy connection all the way. This isn't gonna feel good.
A flying earth dragon? No fair, but it is beautiful.
I see your resolve and your bravery.
A perfect way to decide the winner. Bring it.
Please don't kill each other. Please.
Brilliant.
You did a great job of piercing my mount's wing.
I'm impressed. See, I can just barely stay aloft now. Your teamwork was as excellent as your swordplay. Unless I have Taigong Wang heal my mount's wing, or let him use his spirit form to rest, I won't be able to stay in the air.
You win, Caldia. Now for the time being.
Let's get back on the ground. Sounds good.
This new fake Noble Phantasm technique really takes a lot out of me. I don't blame you. You spun around 8 times in mid-air while charging her.
Using my full strength is kind of tiring. Oof.
Let's just take it slow, okay? Nice and easy.
Good idea. Phew.
Well, all's well that ends well. We showed her what we're made of, and so you know we're all friends again. No problems whatsoever. Probably. More than likely.
There we go. Good work, good work, my mount. Stay in your spirit form until you feel better. Now then. You Chaldeans are pretty good. Fo-fo!
Phew. I'm glad things worked out this time. But my poor heart would thank you for not doing this kind of thing again. I know that laugh. You've learned nothing here, have you?
Not to worry, my good man. I won't let her pull a stunt like that again. Besides, she was mainly just showing off here. And heroic spirits don't generally feel a need to prove their strength twice, do they? True. Demonstrating how strong you are in battle is a simple and effective negotiation tactic. Though I'll also say I'm glad we had your help for this one. Thanks, Taigong Wang. Not at all. My goodness, Lady Dobrynia Nikitich. Once you make up your mind, you don't change it for anything, did you? Oh, do you? You certainly are a willful young warrior. Are you calling me selfish? 'Cause I'm not.
Talk about the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah? Yeah. Aww.
How about we set this stuff aside for now, shall we? Besides, people didn't even have notions of psychological ideas like ego when we were alive. Merlifo! He's like, you're too much like Merlin! Throw hands! Left hook! Right uppercut! Yow!
Stop that, Fo. What's gotten into you? Huh?
He's just like Merlin?
That doesn't matter.
Besides, it's insulting to both him and to Merlin to assume they're alike.
Fo.
Mo.
There, you see? Even the tapir next to Taigon Wang is upset. Huh? A tapir?
Mo! Fo! Mo! When did his mount turn into a cute, squishy tapir? I don't know. When the fighting was done? No.
I don't know, but he looks adorable. Oh yes, this is my little Sibu Xiang. It's what he looks like when he's not in battle mode.
Mo!
It's nice to meet you, Sibu Xiang.
Mo!
Oh my, that's odd. He's usually so shy around strangers. Maybe his personality changes while he's a noble phantasm. Fascinating. Anyway.
Or he just likes Smash. Oh.
If we may put Sibu Xiang aside for now, my good Chaldeans, we have a lot to discuss. As I'm sure you suspect, Dobringa Nikitich and I materialized in this territory before you arrived. As heroic spirits on the side of humanity, we naturally did so to destroy that being, the being that lies at its heart. I believe we know a good deal more about this place than you do, and we would be happy to serve as your guides. However, there is unfortunately still a lot we don't know about you. All we really know is that you're an organization that fights for humanity. We have no idea about the trials you've overcome, to date, your current situation, or anything pertaining to the 6 lost belts you've taken down. So before we go any farther, I would like to suggest that we both share what we know. How about it? I see. Yes, that sounds great. We could really use all the information we can get right now.
Yeah, please tell us everything you know. Yap.
I see. So those 6 lost belts were really something, eh? Or So that's why there are 6 of them here. That explains quite a lot. Thank you very much. Now I can better explain what's going on here.
I know there may not be much point in saying this now after the fact, but I'm in charge, so I need to say it anyway. Ritsuka, Kirillite, do you really think field ops agents should be quite so forthcoming? It would be one thing if we didn't have any information at all, but to share the many things we do know so easily with heroic spirits you've only just met is...
Muffled grunting.
Come on, Chubbs. This ain't exactly Ritsuka and Mash's first rodeo. They know what they're doing. They believe they can trust these servants and they want to. That's why they're taking the shortest possible path to get there, exchanging information. They wouldn't do that unless they were confident in these servants' character, right, guys?
Yeah.
Well, Yes?
I'm very happy you're so keen on the idea of exchanging information. Uh-huh. But I was hoping to make a little... But we already gave you information! What? This is a skamaz! I was hoping to make a little deal first, actually. You see, there's actually something I'd like to take care of before sharing valuable intel. Ahaha. Ibuki. Crush his balls. I see. I don't really know what they're talking about, so I think it's snack time. Where'd you get snacks? Want some Sibushang?
Momo.
Maybe he'd prefer carrots over jerky. Why did I even bring carrots with me? Oh well.
Okay, here we go. Some nice yummy carrots.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Wow, you've got one heck of an appetite, don't you? You idiot!
Gah! Look, my dragon and Sibushang are getting bored because you can't get to the damn point. Crunch, 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 crunch.
Look, doesn't he have a hearty appetite?
Delafo! Ah, you've got me there. If she has carrots, maybe Red Harrow's on the team. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. But wouldn't he... does he not count as a... demonic beast servant? So why would he be forced back into... the spirit graph? Or at bare minimum, he's not a servant. Or no, he's not human. Or maybe because... maybe because he thinks he's human, it still applies? Haha, you've got me there. You're right, I messed up. Just look at Sibushang go to town on those carrots. Alright, I understand. I'll get straight to the point then. That said, this is a sort of thorny issue, and one we'll have to confront sooner or later. You see, there's a place I'd like to show you all to best share the information we have. Alternatively, fully human history-based existence. Maybe. But the quickest way to get there requires us to cut through an incredibly powerful creature's lair. And when I say incredibly powerful, I mean something that makes those giants you fought earlier look like nothing. Oh! Ah. So we're going to have to fight this thing. Indeed. We'll need to eliminate this creature if I'm going to safely show you around the place I'd like you all to see. Besides, we also need to whittle the enemy's forces down at some point. So what do you say, Chaldeans? I leave the decision in your hands. If that's what Taigong wants to do, I'll go along with it. I'm with you. Whatever you decide, of course, Master. Master. May as well. Well, we don't really have a choice. Literally. He's right anyway. We do need to whittle down the enemy's forces.
Oh, good call.
Then it's settled. Come along then. This will be our first operation together. Alright. Now, by make those giants look like nothing, that's over-exaggerating, right? Like, they're a little bit stronger, whatever it is, but, like, not that much stronger, right? Right? Because those giants were pretty hard to deal with. Right?
This blizzard's making it very hard to see. Please hold on to me, Master. This is no ordinary weather. And then there's the
lightning.
lightning, huh? Yep, lightning. Hang on. What's that past the lightning? A mountain? No, it's not a mountain. Now I get it. So they've got that kind of stuff here, huh?
What kind of stuff?
Maybe that's why I'm here. This is all so messed up.
Yeah. I thought it wouldn't be until like the 5th because assuming it was 1 month earlier than JP, I thought it'd be like the 5th that it would come out, but no, yeah. It was announced to be the 1st, so that's good. Extra time to grind bond for it before BB's gone. So I can hopefully get BB. And of course CL, but CL will be gone by the time that starts, but yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's no mountain. It's someone you're already very familiar with. A being who commands lightning and blizzards, and who commands incredible magical energy. Of the various kings who disappeared into the rift, some of them peacefully, some of them kicking and screaming, he was the very first.
No. No, right? No, he's not. No. Oh my god. Are we gonna have to fight all of the... No, there's no way we have to fight all of them. Do you think they were exaggerating now? No, I guess. Ivan the Terrible, the Wandering Glacier. Ivan the Terrible? Yeah.
Huh. That's right. A complete recreation of Ivan the Terrible, constructed entirely from magical energy. Of course, I only learned his actual name earlier when you told me about the lost belts, but never mind that now. At any rate, the unfortunate truth of the matter is, he's been made into one of Daji's weapons. At present, he's one of the single strongest creatures in this place, and he's guarding his base. And that, as I'm sure you can imagine, is quite the conundrum. Yeah, I can see that. He's strong. And heavy. Very heavy. Did I mention strong? And to make matters worse, he'll even leave his base to lend his aid to other areas if he's needed. Which, for all intents and purposes, makes him an incredible
pain in the ass.
Indeed. Wow, I'm amazed. You guys are planning to take that thing on? That's great. Those 3 giant generals earlier were exciting, but this... Wow. I like you guys.
This will definitely be worth the hard work. Will it?
What do you think, Master? Me going all out won't kill you, right?
I hope not. I don't want to die from being drained of all my magical energy, ideally. But you know, do what you gotta do, I guess. If that's what it takes to defeat the Lightning Czar again. Yeah, we don't have Adam this time.
I got it. Then I'll go even harder. Just don't blame me if you run out of magical energy, okay? Fo-fo! It's okay, Fo. I always keep a close eye on Senpai's magical energy levels. Fo! have Orochi hold that big elephant down. Then you guys hit him with everything you've got. Right. I'm ready for battle. Habitrot, can you help me?
I'm up again, huh? You got it. Whoa, when'd it get so cold? Nah, who cares? Don't worry, I'm not gonna let a little frost bring me down. I'll make sure the black barrel is okay too.
Huh. I didn't know you had another small friend. And you mean business too? Not bad. Alright everyone, let's get him.
Yes, let's. I'm sure this will be fine. AN 602 Ivan Assault. Okay, I should probably make an actual team for this. Although bringing the guest Ibuki might not be a awful idea. Yeah. And 602 is the code name for this whole bomba. I mean, Ivan the Terrible is pretty much like a nuke. So, I mean, makes sense they would do that. Yeah, okay. Roshi will join the battle and provide numerous helpful effects at regular intervals. Okay, Ku, you're out. Give me... Oh... Kama, honestly. I think Kama's a good shout. I'm gonna take my Ibuki out. Honestly, Draco probably is a good idea. Yeah. Let's see. And Black Grail, sure. Also give you... is Ivan the Terrible chaotic? I feel like he was. Hang on, let me... Lawful evil. Oh, okay. So charge up won't do anything. Alright, let's take this out then. And just do regular Black Grail. Wait. And am I blind? Where's the NPC? Oh, there it is. There you are. Yeah, I probably should just do all Black Grails, huh? It's probably the best call. Okay. We'll make this work. it's not gonna be as hard as the original boss fight, right? I wouldn't think so. Or maybe it's harder. Who knows? Oh, nice. Okay, it's demonic. Okay, well I got a full karma combo, so that's good. Wait, yeah.
いいですよ。堪能してください。こういうの好きでしょ。どうにかなっちゃえ。無限を照らすアーバー。いくらでもどうぞ。危ない。
Oh!
危ない。
Could you not?
いくらでもどうぞ。
Ow. Okay, it's gain resistance, not complete nullification. So we should still do some damage, probably. I hope. I hope this still does some damage. Otherwise, we may have a problem. I'm gonna hold on to Kama's Noble Phantasm. I don't want to overdo it. Please still do decent damage. I mean, we got Black Grail, so it should do some damage, right? It's okay. Could have been better. But it's fine. I hope he doesn't recharge that Noble Phantasm resist. That would suck. That really suck. Please don't get it back upon. Okay, an invincible, it's fine. That's a bit rude. Game FaceTime. Nice. Field set near water. It's good. Actually. Oh, Draco, my dear. My dear, my dear, my dear. Go for Ibuki. Or not. Frick you too. Ivan. Rude. Ass mother trucker.
全てはつながり虚空と果てるサンサーラカーマ。喜んでくれますか？
I'd really hoped we could have broken his brick bar. Okay, if Kama dies, that's fine. Okay, good. Stun. Good, good, good.
サラをもって無変剤を与えます。堪能してください。
Okay, we...
加減が難しいのよね。
You need to not move. I need you to stay completely still and do nothing. Alright, Draco first. Yeah, Kama's the only one with a really useful overcharge here. In terms of dealing out damage.
ま、三つ星程度よな。
うつしよととこよ、その境もろくうつろなることを知るがいい。神君草薙のタッチ。
Okay, we should kill him next turn.
情欲の矢を放ちましょう。もはや私に体はなく。全てはつながり虚空と果てるサンサーラカーマ。これで逃れたつもりですか？
Okay, Kama's gone. That's fine. Backlash from the Black Grail. Alright, yeah, double Draco crits. Should... Let's use this just to be safe. Okay. Make absolutely, yeah. Definitely not as bad as the real Ivan fight. Definitely not. Unless I'm like misremembering the Ivan fight and it was harder than I remember, or easier than I remember, but I'm pretty sure it was harder. The original, that is. Oh, no after dialogue? Oh. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's hit the pull first. Let's hit it. Billy the Kid. Goddamn Billy. Alright. Graceful life forms gone mad.
Oh, the blizzard. It's disappearing. We've won.
Great job, everyone.
Oh, way to go. You did great, Master and Mash. So did you, Taigong. And Nicotee. And Heavy Cat. Oh, I could really go for a drink.
Yeah, a little after-work drink always hits the spot. I love kicking back with an apple water after an all-nighter. Make sure you call me the next time you're celebrating, okay? Anyway, I'm going back to sleep. Night.
Oh!
Well, what was that about?
Foe? Foe? Ah, Foe.
Something wrong, Mash?
Oh, I was just thinking. The fact that Ivan the Terrible's body was recreated here means Koyonsukia managed to add a Lost Belt King to her stock of weapons back in the Russian Lost Belt.
I wonder what criteria she uses to choose for her collection.
Good question. I have no idea.
Well, then why don't I start with the information I have on the hostile creatures populating this place? Yeah, please do.
As you've already seen for yourselves, there are, broadly speaking, two types of creatures here. First, mass-produced ones, which reproduce on their own as a species. Yes, that's right. Yagas and Kali, was it? And of course, you ran into Scandinavian giants, too. We call mass-produced units like those lost kin. While you do see the occasional rare variant, like those more advanced giants, it's generally safe to think of them as the common foot soldiers. Oh, by the way, I coined the term lost kin. You're welcome to use it. At any rate, they can be categorized as species that inhabit this place. Next, we have reproduced super units. That reproduction of the Lightning Tsar we just fought is a perfect example. I have categorized units like those as lost weapons, singular threats that aren't part of any species. So we have lost kin, which are hostile species, and lost weapons, which are hostile individual beings. Simple, no? Yeah. To date, Daji has added 6 types of lost kin, and 6 types of lost weapons. I wonder how many she's planning to collect when all's said and done. There are 7 lost belts after all. But 7 wouldn't be a very fitting number for her, would it? Fo-fo! At any rate, our work here is done. This should put a real dent in our fighting forces. Now, shall we move on? Let's. Here we go. Dragon, you carry Mash and Ritsuka. Sure thing.
Is she not upset that she's just being called Dragon? I mean she is, but kind of, but you'd think she'd be a little put off by only being referred to as that. Oh, maybe I guess she doesn't care. Yeah, as long as she doesn't have an issue with it, then who am I to say anything? Ugh. Ugh. I think I'll stop there though. Get the prologue, 4 sections, and the beginning of a 5th section, so that's pretty good progress, I think. I don't know how many sections this main interlude has. But I assume we're probably close to halfway done. Okay, so not quite half. I assume after this section, every section after will be what was a raid section, I would assume. At least I'm assuming we're fighting all 6 super bosses. Maybe not, but I would think so. $95k GP. Yeah, it's not super long. This might only take like 3 streams, maybe 4 total. So 2, maybe 3 more. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, obviously don't tell me, I'm just thinking aloud here, but I am curious whether she used Morgan or Kernanos as the LB6 super unit. Because Morgan was the Lost Belt King, but Kernanos was the final boss, not including the tree. I mean, we didn't fight the tree in LB6, but, you know, the other Lost Belts we did have to... Well, I guess not in Olympus either. But generally, in LBs 1 through 4, we had to fight the tree afterward. But I don't know, I feel like it'll probably be Kernanos, but the game is free to surprise me. But again, like I said, I think it could go either way. But I'm leaning towards Kernanos. I don't know though. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what I had been expecting from Tunguska Sanctuary. Like I assumed we'd have to fight all her creatures. Like that was like, you know, obviously that was it's been building that up since we met her, pretty much. But being able to completely recreate the Lost Belt Kings, was there ever anything that like indicated she was capable of doing that? Like, I don't recall her ever being able to examine them like that. And like, I guess maybe they just never showed it, but like, I kind of assumed beings on that level were outside of her wheelhouse. No. I'm not completely recreate her. Ivan has a different attribute, an extra trait, no gender. True. But I mean, close enough to where it's like a bitch to deal with. I mean, it was, again, I feel like it was weaker than the original Ivan. But still, her being even capable of making something at least 70% similar. But I mean, I guess she is, even if she is immature, she is still a beast. So I guess it makes sense that she'd have some pretty insane abilities. Because, you know, GACHA, Tiamat had some pretty crazy abilities. Kama had pretty insane abilities. I was gonna say Kiara, not as much, but then I was like, well, actually, wait. Her plan was to, like, take in the entire world, right? So, like... I guess she was also pretty insane, ability-wise. See, I guess at this point, it's really just par for the course for beasts to have at least one broken ability, and it is in her title, Beast of Taming. Even if she didn't actually tame the actual person himself, being able to recreate and tame something almost as strong. Pretty damn impressive. Sure. But I'm actually kind of excited to fight some of the old bosses again. Like, I actually liked the God Juna fight. Zeus, I assume it'll be Zeus. The Zeus fight, not so much. That one might be a pain. Unless she recreates Wodime, which I doubt. I'm pretty sure it'll be Zeus. But if it ends up being Wodime, well, that one I'll actually be surprised about. Like, for LB6, you know, I won't be terribly surprised if it's Morgan, but I am leaning Keranos. But if for Olympus or LB5, if they go with Wodime instead of Zeus, that one will actually be a surprise. Or maybe it'll become someone completely different. Like, randomly Aphrodite. But probably not. Probably not. But anyway, I'm gonna quit yapping. I guess that'll do it. We'll stop here, and yeah. I'll finish grinding Castoria Berserkers Bond up tonight, and hopefully get CL. Actually, let's say maybe I'll wait to finish getting her bond up till tomorrow, so that way I can do it on stream, the polls. I don't know. We'll see what my how good my self-control is. We'll see. But man, I hope I get her, because again, this is one of my few chances left. I mean, I might be able to get Bazit to bond up before CL's gone. I mean, I probably could. I probably could. I got 8 days. Yeah, I could. I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna hope, though, I get him off Castoria. Because I really don't want to keep investing even more quartz into her. Because I still have BB to get too. And the 4 stars on BB's banner, but at this point, if I can just get BB and CL, I'll be fine. Like, I would like to Noctitlin, but and Mysterious Heroine XX Alter. But at this point, as long as I get the 5 stars, yeah, I'll make do. There'll be other opportunities for these two at some point, I'm sure. I still haven't gotten extra copies of Habitrot yet. I got 2 Artoria Lilies since Habitrot was added to the pool, but not Habitrot. I'm sad. But I don't know. I'm sure my dreams will come true eventually. Hopefully. Maybe. But anyway, sorry. Yeah, no. I'm quit yapping. Thanks for hanging out and watching. And yeah, like I said, probably only take 2, maybe 3 more streams to finish Tunguska Sanctuary, because it's not long. So I'll probably just grind it out over the next 2 days. Should be easily done. I've gotten Habitat to NP4 before getting a single Artoria Lily. Damn, wait, you didn't, as in like you didn't even have Artoria Lily yet by the time you unlocked Habitat? Or as in just after unlocking Habitat you didn't get? Lilies. I would say that would be insane if you didn't get a single Artoria from between the start of the game to LB6. That'd be absurd. No, not a single Artoria Lily for all that time. Damn. That. Yeah, I would say that I would consider that to be awful luck. I mean, I still haven't gotten like Ongraminyu, so. You know, sometimes it just be like that. Sometimes it just be. But yeah, anyway. They'll do it. And yeah, a running joke for me was that I didn't believe in FP exclusive summons and internet was gaslighting me. Honestly, yeah, if in all that time you hadn't gotten a single Artoria or Ongraminyu or anything, I wouldn't blame you. Because like that would just be like, damn, like whoa, just give me something. I'm literally dying out here. Only got my first Ongra this. Oh, for some reason I thought you'd mentioned having him before. Maybe I'm probably thinking of someone else though. Yeah, Ongra is still avoiding me as well, sadly. But I'm sure he'll come around eventually. Probably. Maybe. 5 years later. No Ongraminyu still. Let's hope it doesn't get that far before I get one. That would be really unfortunate. It wouldn't be a great time. But I mean, I guess 0.0 is it 0.1 or 0.001? I don't remember. But I guess it is a pretty slim chance, so... I don't know. On the rare occasion the friend point summon gives me a loading. Again, it happens very rarely, but when it does, I'm always like, I'll remind you? Maybe? And no, it just loaded for whatever other reason. Anyway, yeah, but yeah, no, thank you again for watching, and yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow where we'll probably fight a few more super bosses. Peace.